Hey guys, Flublich44 here, and I'm here to tell you a new type of video that we're going to be making here. Well, first of all, we're going to be doing a weapon guide, weapon review sort of thing, where we take a look at every single weapon in a certain game. Now, to start off our new, series you can call it, we're going to be taking a quick look at all the weapons in Titanfall. This is just going to be for the pilot weapons on the Xbox 360. The next episode will be for all the Titan weapons, since there's less, but the Titans are bigger. I'd much rather do that. So, well, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, well, while the HD content is initializing, and this stupid camera is focusing, we're gonna go ahead and pause the video to the next screen, which will be taking a look of the quick weapon stats and all of the weapons, all the handguns, anti-Titan weapons, and primaries. So first of all, we're going to be taking a look at all the primaries, of course. So yeah. Alright, we're at the Titanfall menu screen. We're going ahead and putting all this in. It is loading. Alright, so this is I'm guessing it's going to be a part 1. We'll see if I can make this about a 15-minute video. Alright, so here we go. Our first weapon on the primary weapon selection is the R101C carbine. It is the only fully automatic assault rifle in the game used by the assault or soldier class. It has a 30-round magazine capacity. Its fire rate is increased. It can be increased, but is actually still pretty fast for its capability. It has a very even range in between, so it's got a middle range. Its accuracy, which would mean like bullet spread after a certain amount of rounds shot, is actually not that bad, and its damage is decent. But all this is, overall, it's a rounded weapon. It's a fully automatic compact assault weapon, commonly used throughout the frontier. Alright, next we got the EV8 shotgun, aka the boomstick. Its damage is very, very, very high, and I do mean very high. But it suffers in low accuracy, range, and fire rate. Carries 6-round drum magazine. It's a semi-automatic shotgun, originally designed for extra vehicular activity, both in conventional and in exo-atmospheric conditions. Whatever the hell that means. So I'm guessing like inside your Titan and outside. Next is the Smart Pistol MK5, arguably for me one of the worst weapons in the game. It's kind of weird because it's a handgun, but it's a primary weapon. But here's the twist. The Smart Pistol scans for hostile targets within a short range, locking onto them automatically. Any rounds fired will then maneuver to hit the locked targets. Aiming with the iron sights allows the operator to use the pistol in manual targeting mode. So, for you people who can't use their brains right now, and you guys just want to sit back and relax and hear me talk, if you aim down your sights, you aim and shoot like a normal pistol. But if you're hip firing, you have to wait for the sight or crosshair to load in order for you to kill someone, and the bullets lock on to the enemy. So if they're running and you shoot, the bullets will follow them. So yeah, it's a pretty cool concept, but it's not well executed because the pilots are so damn fast that most of the time, unless you're behind them, you won't be able to kill them before they kill you. Next is the R97 Compact SMG. The R97 is a compact submachine gun that excels at close quarters combat due to its extremely high rate of fire and minimal recoil. Very, very little recoil, extremely fast higher fire rate. It has minimal damage, but it makes up for accuracy. For fire rate, because it's freaking fast. Its range is very poor unless you do controlled bursts, and its accuracy is, minimal. It's average. Its magazine capacity is 40, which can actually blow over really quick thanks to the fire rate. But overall, it's a pretty good weapon. It's actually not that bad. Next is the longbow DMR sniper rifle. The longbow DMR is a semi-automatic sniper rifle. It's a hyper-velocity round, completely eliminates the need to lead targets, and allows the shooter to fire multiple shots quickly in succession. Its damage is extremely high, its accuracy is very high, and its range is at its max. It has a very slow fire rate, but it makes up in power, accuracy, and range, and it carries an 8-round magazine. Next, we got the G2A4 rifle. In spite of recent advances in weapons technology, the older G2A4 semi-automatic rifle remains a favorite of special forces units due to its high damage and extremely precise fire, a testament to its high level of craftsmanship. Its damage is actually moderately high. Accuracy, moderately high, almost as good as the longbow DMR. Its range is around this R101C carbine type, and its fire rate is fast, almost as fast as you can pull the trigger. Oh, and it carries 14 rounds. So yeah, it's a really good rifle. It's kind of a variant of an MK14 in some senses. An MK14 is an older rifle that military still uses today. It's semi-automatic. Next, we got the Hemlock BFR. This is a factory issue. Hemlock fires a 3-round burst. While this can be a liability at short range, this trade-off allowed the engineers at the TW Ordnance to deliver a weapon with good balance of long-range accuracy, damage, and fire rate. Its damage is around the same of a submachine gun's. Its accuracy, which means like bullet spread and stuff like that whenever you fire, is also at that of a submachine gun, but its range is actually around the R101C's type. Its fire rate is pretty high if you keep pulling the trigger, and it carries 24 rounds. Next is the CAR SMG. The CAR, or Combat Advanced Round Submachine Gun, is designed to fire a more powerful round that provides greater damage and accuracy at range at the cost of fire rate and capacity. Now, its damage is better than the submachine gun, and it has way better accuracy, and its range is about the same. And it suffers for a slower fire rate, and instead of having a 40-round magazine capacity like the submachine gun, it has a 30-round mag capacity. Then we got the Spitfire LMG. Oh, it took me out. I'll put it back in. Oh yeah, I'm back again. Sorry about that. It takes you out for lack of activity. I found that to be kind of stupid. Alright, next we got the Spitfire LMG. The Spitfire light machine gun recoils heavily when first fired, but then quickly settles into tight firing pattern. The manufacturer strongly recommends sustained saturating fire instead of short controlled bursts. So basically what it's saying is that it starts off with very high recoil, but as you fire, the recoil lowers. So they say that it's better to fire fully automatic than in bursts. The damage is actually pretty high. It's the only light machine gun in the game. Its accuracy is very good. Its range is actually not that bad. Its fire rate increases over the time fired. And its magazine capacity is 80, which is actually not that bad because it fires high-powered rounds. Next, we got the Kraber AP Sniper. This is like a 50 cal. The Kraber fires a unique round that ensures one-shot, one-kill results against human-scale targets. However, considerable judgment in leading is required, making this a difficult weapon to use against moving targets. So, it's a one-shot, one-kill, but it has a very slow bullet travel, which means that it's going to be very hard for you to kill a moving target unless you're really good, or you can mostly get targets that are standing still or hiding out. Its accuracy is actually pretty good, its range is excellent, its fire rate is very poor, and it's got a 5-round magazine. Anti-Titan weapons. These are to take out the robots, or Titans. Archer Heavy Rocket. The Archer fires a powerful homing rocket. It must be locked onto a target before it can be fired. When aimed, a targeting window flips out, allowing target acquisition. Hold this window over continuously to lock is achieved, then fire. Now, its damage is half. Its accuracy is excellent. Its range is excellent. Its fire rate is very slow, and it only carries one rocket. But luckily, you carry a lot of rockets, so you can reload. We got the Sidewinder, rapid-fire micro-missile launcher. It is effective against large targets, but lacks precision due to its large spread. The micro-missile's fires do not yield a large area effect on detonation due to their shaped, charged design. Now, basically, it's a fully automatic rocket launcher assault rifle. Its damage is very low. Its accuracy is pretty good, and so is its range. But it has an increased fire rate and carries 25 rockets. It's more of a distraction, and it's good to take out the lighter class Titans. Next is the mag launcher. The mag launcher fires magnetic grenades. When fired, the grenades will veer towards nearby enemy Titans and Spectres and detonate on impact. So basically, when you fire a grenade towards a metal enemy or a metal Titan, it will magnetize to it, stick to it, and explode. Its damage is pretty good. Its accuracy is very low. Its range is low, and its fire rate is considerable. And it carries 5 rounds. The charged rifle fires a higher energy beam that inflicts massive damage. Holding the firing trigger charges the weapon, timing it critical to its use. The weapon will only fire when it reaches full charge, and it will discharge automatically as soon as it hits full charge. Its damage is really high against any type of Titan. Its accuracy is flawless, and so is its range. Its fire rate is slow, and it carries a 500 round magazine capacity. So you can fire it 500 times. Basically, you have to hold it all the way down to fire it, and you need to have dead-on accuracy, because even if you miss by a couple feet, it will not hit the target. But once you hit it dead-on, it is worth it. Finally, we got the 3 sidearms. The RE45 auto pistol is a fully automatic 45 caliber pistol, sacrificing damage and accuracy at longer distances for improved effectiveness at close range. Basically, it has very low damage. Its accuracy is actually not that bad. Its range is very low, but it has an extremely high fire rate and carries 20 rounds. Then the Hammond P2011 is a semi-automatic handgun with good accuracy and damage at range. It is integrated in match trigger that allows it to be fired very rapidly, which is used in close quarters. Its damage is actually pretty good for a handgun. Its accuracy is very good for a handgun, and its range's fire rate is very considerable. You can shoot it at almost as fast as you can pull the trigger, and it carries 12 rounds. Finally, we got the revolver, which is sorry about that, which is a B3 Wingman. It is extremely powerful revolver with very high accuracy out of long ranges. Precision aim is required to mitigate the disadvantages of its very low rate fire. It has very good damage, which is basically a 2 or 3 shot kill to any pilot. Its accuracy is very good, so it's also meant for a marksman type of person, or someone who knows how to handle their weapons very good. Its range is actually really good too. Its fire rate is very slow, and it carries 6 rounds. So that's what its disadvantages are. Alright guys, so these are all of the weapons. We're going to be taking a look at each one individually and how they look and how they operate in part 2. Bye!